Do you feel like you have to twist your team's arm to get them to show up to team meetings? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna show you a couple simple ways to make sure that they all show up. Hey, it's Jason Everett from highperformancesalon.com, and I was just on an open coaching session, and somebody asked me, they said, Jason, I have been having a heck of a time getting people to show up to my trainings in the salon when we do in-salon trainings. How do you make sure that 100% of your staff shows up? Because we're lucky sometimes we get 50 to 60% of our staff to actually be there. I said, you know what? That's a problem that a lot of salon owners have, is they can't get their staff to show up. I asked a very simple question that I think hit her at the core a little bit. And I said, I have one question for you. Are you paying them to be there?
Are you paying them to be there?
It's a real question I want to know. And she said, no, why would I pay them to be there? They're investing in their future, and I paid for the training, and they're getting free education. They should just want to be there on their own. Well, think about this for a second. If you were an employee of a company like Best Buy Electronics, and Best Buy said, hey, we're going to pay a trainer from Panasonic to come in here to Best Buy and show you how to operate the new television so you can be better at servicing people's television, or you can be better at selling people television. And they say, we're going to have a training, and guess what? It's going to be on your day off. On the one day a week you get to spend with family members. You just come in on your own dime and get better at your job. Nobody would show up. Nobody would in their right mind show up for that. So I just mention it because I think for a lot of salons, they go, well, look, Jason, I already paid for the trainer. I'm not also going to pay that staff member to be there. That's crazy. They should be investing in their future. But I want to remind you that when somebody is an employee of your company and they get paid to show up to work, if you're doing something that's work related, they should be paid for that time. So before you freak out on me, just hear me out. There's a couple different ways you can do that. Number one is you can pay them. You don't have to pay them their regular hourly rate or their behind the chair rate, but you can come up with maybe a minimum wage sort of situation that allows them to get paid to be there, especially if you're gonna make it a requirement of their job to be there for that team training. The other thing that you can do if you're not quite ready to pay your employees on something like that yet, is you can at the very least make sure that you provide an awesome spread of food or bagels or whatever it's gonna be. Figure out something else that makes that meeting appealing, that really reaches out to them. Because remember, sometimes you have people who do really have children, they have to pay for daycare. So they can't always justify being able to show up to that team training without getting paid because they've got to make that exception. So do me a favor, and before you think I'm crazy, what I would invite you to do is just think about it, consider it, start running the numbers and say, look, if you're gonna pay an outside person to come in and do a training inside your salon, you're gonna pay them. You wouldn't expect them to do it for free, right? But they're getting better at their job by presenting to you, but you would pay them. Why not pay your staff? And in turn, it should pay you back in the long run because your staff will have more guests, create more clientele for you, and grow your salon. If this video has been helpful, do me a favor and comment in the comment section below and say super helpful. And if for some reason you're still battling out between your right ear and your left ear, keep working on it. I promise that seed has been planted. Until then, have an awesome week. I look forward to seeing you on another video like this real soon.